Is it me or I can be wrong? Y'all let me know. Do trains in certain states have security on there? Like, for instance, right? I never been in New York. Do they be having like security guards and shit like that on trains or like anywhere when you taking a type of train for transportation? Um, is that a thing? Y'all let me know because I don't take trains, family. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, or no shit like that. So I wouldn't know if they have security already placed for incidents that can happen, right? And we got one of those situations in Atlanta where I feel like security should have been there. You got this older lady minding her business on the train, and out of nowhere, a dude literally grabs her by her head and slices her neck, stabs her over 20 times, bro. 20 times. What is to this? These random, gruesome, crazy ass acts of violence that be happening on these trains, bro. Is it one of them things where it's just easier to catch somebody slipping on these trains, or it's just like it's easy to kill somebody on there because then they don't be paying attention, or they just trying to ride the train and mind their business. A lot of people be minding their business when they catch the train. The same thing when you ride a bus, right? What is to that? That being said, let's check out this crazy story right here, coming fresh out of Atlanta, family. Check this out.
Knowing a woman was stabbed on the train, especially since the stabbing was also reported at the Georgia State University train station last weekend.
That's disturbing to hear.
A woman was killed while taking the MARTA train Saturday afternoon.
It's crazy. Just need more security for real.
It's unknown what led a male suspect to stab the victim at the Oakland City train station, but police are calling the tragedy a senseless act that had witnesses.
There's no instance even, if you get in an argument with anybody that you have to kill them.
According to authorities, medics treated the woman at the scene, but she died from her injuries. The crime led the agency to briefly suspend rail service at the Oakland City station.
It shouldn't happen. There should be more MARTA police around.
Other riders also think more security measures are needed for public transit.
They really need to block it off where homeless people can't come in because it's getting bad out here. Instead of just walking straight in, have something to buzz them in so it would be like everybody accounted for.
A MARTA spokesperson says they are still investigating the incident. She also says the safety of employees.
Police say John Elijah Matthews stabbed 66-year-old great-grandmother Margaret Swan multiple times Saturday morning, less than a minute after he boarded a train at the Oakland City station. Investigators say that violent and senseless act was unprovoked. Atlanta News first anchor Sydney Stallworth is live outside the Richard B. Russell Federal Building downtown. And Sydney, you're told these charges are historic.
Tracy, that's exactly right. The U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia tells me that this is a first of its kind federal prosecution in Atlanta for this particular charge, and the suspect, John Matthews' life could be on the line.
Mr. Matthews could face the possibility of life in prison or the death penalty.
25-year-old John Elijah Matthews now faces a federal charge of committing an act of violence causing death on a mass transportation station, a capital offense with no parole. Matthews is also charged with murder in Fulton County. He's accused of stabbing 66-year-old Margaret Swan anywhere from 18 to 20 times on board a MARTA train near the Oakland City station May 30th. Swan died at the scene.
This is a shocking and terrible incident.
Hertzberg says this is a first of its kind federal prosecution in Atlanta for this particular charge. This stabbing happening just weeks ahead of a flood of visitors to Atlanta for the FIFA World Cup in June.
I'm acutely aware of the fact that we are expecting thousands upon thousands of visitors to Atlanta. And those visitors deserve to ride MARTA and to be kept safe. And those who jeopardize their safety must be punished.
In a statement, MARTA says it has 280 officers to help protect riders. Atlanta News First spoke with the MARTA police chief on the phone.
If we had an officer on every train, maybe that wouldn't have happened Saturday. But is that logistically possible? No. I don't have 300 officers every shift to put on every single train car.
MARTA officials say MARTA is safe and ready to receive the crowds. Federal authorities are in the process of getting Matthews into their custody. In the meantime, Hertzberg has this message for the victim's family.
My heart personally goes out to the family of Ms. Swan, and I'm committed to seeing that justice is done and that the perpetrator pays for his crime.
Now, federal authorities don't always have the jurisdiction to prosecute violent crimes like this one, but Hertzberg tells us that because this happened on mass transportation, in this case, they do. We've also learned that the FBI, MARTA police, and federal prosecutors are working together on this case. That's the very latest from downtown Atlanta. I'm Sydney Stallworth, Atlanta News First.
That's crazy how the first thing that black man said that they interviewed, he was like, maybe, we had more security, so what happened? Then, the police said it on the phone. If you had security was on the bus that morning, it's probably what happened. Then you got, I guess, the director of MARTA, the dude who stationed the officers. Well, we just don't have 300 officers. Figure it out, bro. That's not an excuse. I'm sorry. Figure it out. If you can have 200 and some officers on these trains, you can have 300 officers on these trains. And the whole 200 officers on this train shit, I feel like that's cap, because why wasn't those officers on this specific train? Because it's not a thing, bro. They don't have security officers probably riding trains with these people. They probably have them stationed around somewhere. If it was a security officer on there, I guarantee this shit wouldn't happen. It's a thing, bro, when you got these homeless people that's dealing with mental issues and everything of that nature and going around murking innocent people. He killed an innocent 66-year-old lady, bro, in the most worst way possible you can think. That was somebody's grandmama, probably. And mama. Auntie, cousin, all of that, bro. And you can tell by the picture, she was a sweet lady. She ain't had nothing to do with nothing, it looks like. Innocent as hell. They didn't even see it coming, probably. So I'm really not hearing those excuses when it comes to, oh, we don't have enough police officers and this and that. Like that dude said, bro. Y'all got to put in some type of system when it comes to homeless people being around there, just hanging around, coming into the train that is probably unstable and probably out of their mind. You can tell by that mugshot, dude looked at mentally something's not right with him. He's not in his right state of mind. Got to tighten up on that, family, because shit like this happens. Get more security officers on these trains. It just doesn't make no sense to me how these pedestrians and these strangers be all on this motherfucking train with no security on there, just the driver. That sounds stupid. These people don't even know each other, bro. It can be serial killers, rapists, predators, all types of shit entering these trains, and you wouldn't even know it until some shit like this go down. Security and police ain't nowhere to be found. You gotta wait until the train come to stop, or they stop the train and then the police come to where the train is at. That's a big ass inconvenience, bro. Atlanta MARTA, get some security on y'all trains. I guarantee if this was the FIFA Cup and the FIFA shit, I didn't even know the FIFA Cup or whatever that shit. I didn't even know that was even gonna be in Atlanta, to be honest. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. But what I'm saying is, bro, I guarantee if all of this was going on around the FIFA Cup was going on and shit like that, I guarantee they would have had security officers on these trains. I guarantee it, because they can't afford to have that happen while this is going on in Atlanta. That looks bad on their state. That's all I'm saying, family. Get security. It's not even just in Atlanta. Get security officers on these trains, bro. Police officers on these trains, at least 2 or 1 of them that don't mind riding to these destinations, bro, that can protect people just in case shit like this go down. It's too many crazy ass train incidents that be going on these trains, bro, that can be prevented. I gotta tighten up when it comes to that, man. Prayers and condolences goes out to her family, bro. Sad ass situation. 66 years old. And that's the way that you go out. That's somebody's grandma. That's sick as hell. I pray that dog who did it, he gets the death penalty. They need to go ahead and lock him underneath the motherfucking jail. Get the death penalty, bro, because that was wrong. He took an innocent life. Never understand no shit like that, bro. Prayers and condolences go out to the family, like I said. But I ain't gonna say too much. I feel like I said too much already. Make sure you hit that hype button. Make sure you hit that sub, like, and comment. You already know what we like to do in the comments over here. Let's get to it, man. I ain't gonna say too much. Peace and love, my boy DJ. I'm out of here.